just very quickly explained what we do. We help companies with direct hiring strategies. So our main objective is to help you reduce your costs, improve your quality of applicants that come through, and reduce either the amount of agencies that you use or the amount of money you spend on advertising, and create your recruitment a little bit more efficient. We do that through Attract, so it's advertising online under your own brand. People don't really know who we are, which I think is quite appropriate for me to mention a little bit about what we do. We also have an applicant tracking system. We also have an applicant tracking system which will plug into your website, or we can create your website for you, your careers website too. Alternatively, we can plug into the one that you've already got there, and this will then manage and communicate with all the candidates that come through too. So no more need for Excel spreadsheets, or even, it's not unheard of that people have still got files stuck in filing cabinets, etc. It's quite common nowadays. The other side of things is the support function. So if you do need some extra help with support, then please let us know, whether that's arranging interviews or screening CVs. Okay, I'm getting a little bit distracted because there's a few people that are typing to me. I just want to make sure that everybody can hear. There's some people that can't. Okay. Oops, where's it gone? Okay. I think it's a lie, I think. Okay, right, okay. Lots of things going on here. Thank you, Claire. Yes, right, okay. Well, without further ado, it's probably easy if I just manage the chat and Joanne can do the talking. I find it quite hard to do both. So without further ado, I'm going to pass you over to Joanne. Thanks ever so much for listening, guys, and I hope we get a lot out of today. I'm sure we will. Take care.
Thank you very much, Liz, and welcome everybody. As Liz said, a really busy webinar, which it's very interesting that something that's obviously been around for many, many years still causes us such a massive problem, and that being sickness absence. So it's something I'm very passionate about. I find it very fascinating subject area, fascinating because of the diversity of it, but fascinating because there's lots of simple things that we can do that has a dramatic effect. So, as I said, lots of new people, so welcome along. It's absolutely great to see you on the webinar, and a lot of familiar faces as well. So for those of you who don't know, my name is Joanne Vose. I'm an HR practitioner with an MA in Human Resource Management and a fully qualified member of the CIPD. I have an HR consultancy, but also a training practice called the Business Springboard that I run along with a colleague, and we primarily focus on management and leadership development, and obviously one of my key areas is people management, which I love to train and develop and work with managers on. We also run HR Law and Practice, which are updates for the legal developments within HR that we do run, and I'm happy to send on details to anybody who requests them. Obviously, if you've been on my webinars before, the information that I do give you isn't intended as direct advice, and obviously the copyrights to the Business Springboard. So, without further ado, moving on. I did say absence is fascinating, and it's things like today's webinar that makes it more so to me. So it's been around since the year dot. We've always had sickness absence because we're people, and people are going to have sickness absence. You know, we're only human. But there's also an abuse of the system, and I think that's what really plays a big part, and we want to know how to control it. So in the next half hour, I am going to give you a bit of a whistle-stop tour. I'm going to try and cover as much as I can for you, but quite specifically, I want to give you some top tips to really help you reduce any absenteeism. And also, as Liz said, we've had some really good questions that have come through prior to the webinar that I'm going to answer as we go through. But also, if you get anything else, please do chat and interact with me, because it's great to get that feedback. So just before we start, can I just ask quickly for you in the chat box, those of you who feel you have it right with your attendance management, that you've got it under control, are there any people out there that say, yep, I've got that under control? So I'll give you a couple of minutes to answer that. Yeah, Liz has just commented that these people might not be joining us in the webinar, which is very true. So I'm guessing that everybody has some sort of issue, and things are coming through there. Yeah, interesting. Good. I'm really pleased to see the monitoring because that's a really good key start to looking at it. So what, firstly, I want to understand is, firstly, an understanding of what absence really costs us, because it's always in the media, it's all around. And more recently, with the government's drive to introduce measures to help us use health service to assess absence, it's been in the media even more in the last couple of months. But we need to know what it really costs our business, because there's obviously all those hidden costs. I want to talk about the importance of measuring true absence figures, because it can get confused. People are off work for a number of different reasons. All of them are absence, and we need to know what causes those absence. If we don't